Welcome back, listeners. In today's episode, we have a scenario that many of you may have experienced. A husband is late coming home from work, and the wife is waiting for him so they can go to the movies together.
As you listen, pay attention to the questions and answers. You'll learn how to express frustration, explain reasons, and most importantly, communicate clearly in English. So, let's get started.
Where have you been? We were supposed to leave an hour ago.
I'm sorry, I got caught up at work. There was a last-minute meeting, and I couldn't leave on time.
You could have at least called. Do you know how long I've been waiting?
I know I should have called. My phone died, and I didn't have a charger with me.
That's not an excuse. We made plans, and now we're going to miss the movie.
I didn't plan for this to happen. The boss asked me to stay back, and I couldn't refuse.
Couldn't refuse? Why do you always let work come first? Is it too hard to say no once in a while?
It's not that simple. You know how demanding my job is. If I don't stay late, I could lose important projects. I thought you understood that.
Okay, fine. But how am I supposed to feel? You knew this was important to me, and now it's ruined.
I understand you're upset, and I don't blame you. I hate that this happened too. But can we find another solution? Maybe we can catch a later show?
It's already too late. The next show starts in 2 hours. Do you think you can make it on time this time?
Yes, definitely. I'm done with work for the day. We can leave early for the next show.
Are you sure? I don't want to go through this again.
I promise. This time I'll be ready. No more delays.
Okay. But this isn't just about tonight. You've been working late all week. When do we get to spend time together?
I know I've been busy, but I'm trying to finish this project by the end of the month. After that, things should slow down. Can we make plans for this weekend?
Maybe. But I need to see that you're serious. You keep saying you'll make time, but then work always comes first.
I'm serious. I'll block out time this weekend just for us. No work, no distractions.
All right. But if you cancel on me again, we're going to have a serious talk.
I won't cancel, I promise.
Okay, so what's the plan now? Should we eat dinner at home before we leave?
Yeah, let's do that. I'm starving. I haven't had anything since lunch.
Why didn't you grab something on the way home?
I was rushing to get here because I knew you'd be mad.
Well, you're right about that. I was definitely mad.
I figured. But now that we've talked it out, can we move on and enjoy the rest of the evening?
I guess so, but you owe me a nice date this weekend.
You've got it. This weekend, I'm all yours.
That was an intense, but also very real conversation. The wife had every reason to be upset, and the husband had to explain himself while trying to make things right. This kind of exchange teaches us how to manage difficult conversations in English by using simple but clear language.
Exactly. And this is something we can all relate to. Balancing work, relationships, and expectations. It's important to listen, express your feelings, and find solutions. By using the phrases and questions in this conversation, you'll be better prepared for real-life situations.
Let's quickly go over some of the key questions from the conversation, which can be really useful in everyday English.
1. Where have you been? Use this to ask someone why they're late or where they were.
2. Why didn't you call? This is a common way to ask someone why they didn't communicate.
3. Couldn't you have done something? This is a polite way of suggesting that the other person could have taken a different action.
4. Why do you always let work come first? Use this to ask someone about their priorities, especially in a relationship.
5. When do we get to spend time together? This is a way to express your need for attention or quality time. These types of questions help you navigate everyday situations where there may be conflict or miscommunication. It's all about asking the right questions and listening to the answers.
Now, let's break it down and learn some useful English vocabulary that you can use in your daily life. We'll explain the meaning of each word, show how it was used in the conversation, and give you another example of how you can use it in real life. Let's start with the first word.
Vocabulary Builder.
Our first word is blame. The word blame means to say or think that someone is responsible for something bad that has happened. In the conversation, the wife didn't directly say blame, but she was upset and implying that the husband was responsible for being late.
Here's how it was used in the conversation. The husband said, "I understand you're upset, and I don't blame you." He was telling his wife that he didn't hold her responsible for being mad at him.
And here's another example. Don't blame me if it rains during your picnic. I told you to check the weather first.
Next, we have the word refuse. Refuse means to say that you will not do something or will not accept something. In the conversation, the wife asked the husband why he didn't refuse to stay late at work.
This was the sentence. Why do you always let work come first? Is it too hard to say no once in a while? Here, she was asking why he didn't refuse to work late.
Here's another example of how you can use refuse. I refuse to eat junk food because I'm trying to stay healthy.
Finally, we have the phrase, I'm all yours. This phrase means that you are giving someone your full attention or time. In the conversation, the husband used this to promise the wife that he would dedicate time to her without distractions.
Here's how it was used. This weekend, I'm all yours. The husband was telling his wife that he would make time for her and wouldn't let work get in the way.
Another example of how you can use this. I've finished all my work, so now I'm all yours. What do you need me to help with?
Great. These words, blame, refuse, and the phrase, I'm all yours, are really useful in everyday conversations. Try using them when you speak English to improve your vocabulary.
And remember, practice makes perfect. Keep listening to real-life conversations like this one, and you'll be speaking more confidently in no time.
Exactly. We hope you found this conversation useful. Try practicing it with a friend or partner and see how you can adapt the questions and answers to your own life.
And don't forget, communication is key. Whether it's in English or any other language, the more you practice, the better you'll get.
That's it for today's episode. We hope you enjoyed this real-life scenario and learned some useful English phrases. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on our latest content.
And feel free to leave a comment below about any situations you've faced where you had to explain yourself or ask someone why they were late. We'd love to hear your stories.
Until next time, keep practicing and improving your English.